It is morning in Hope, Arkansas, and it's time for day 4 and our final day of our road trip. We're at there's going to be a bright sun behind me because it's early in the morning. We're at the Walmart Supercenter in Hope, Arkansas in the Electrify America, and we're going to start today off with a charge because right over there on the other side of that big rig is our hotel. It's closer than it looks. This is a GoPro, so it's not that far, maybe about 100 yards from the hotel door. I am at the 150, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in. Hard to do this with one hand. Rachel is inside getting breakfast, and I'm going to go there as soon as this charge starts. The charger is connecting. We got to the hotel at 29% state of charge. And this morning, even though it's 72 degrees right now in the morning here in Hope, Arkansas, I did let the car kind of run sitting in the parking lot for a bit to just get it ready. I'm on charger number 4, swiping to charge. There we go. Had to swipe to charge with my right hand because it didn't like that idea. Anyway, Rachel is starting to have breakfast, but we're getting charge initiated. It has recognized us. Again, this is charging by the kilowatt hour, 36 cents. So we got here at 29, with 29 miles left of range. With a little bit of warm up and driving around the block, around that restaurant and coming in here, I'm at 28 miles of projected range. We've got to go 93 miles to our next charge stop in Mount Pleasant, Texas. We have 266 miles approximately to go. We're starting the charge out at a 12% state of charge with 28 miles of projected range. We have to get to 143-ish miles, 143, 150 miles of projected range to get distance plus buffer. But I'm gonna go in and have breakfast at the hotel, which Rachel's already doing, and we'll come out here. So I'm figuring that this might be 35, 40 minutes, but this is time that we would be spending having breakfast anyhow. The only difference is I came over here to plug in, and yes, we could have chosen a hotel, maybe not necessarily in Hope, maybe in Little Rock, gotten in a little earlier last night and chosen a hotel that had free level 2 charging like we did in Mississippi at the end of day 1. But we kind of like this one because the charger's here and the Holiday Inn Express is there and the breakfast is free, and it's not taking too much extra time. It's just costing me a few extra steps. So many bugs. One of the things you'll encounter with an EV is with no grill, you get a lot of bug splats. And I thought we'd have much more going through Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, but we didn't have that many. But coming back through Tennessee and Arkansas, it's just like last year. Unlike last year, we started off getting our full max charge rate out of this charger right from the get-go, first thing in the morning. I did warm the car up for about 5 minutes, and it is over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But we got as high as 55%. We're about ready to unplug. We're getting 37 kilowatts right now. We've been here for 43 minutes. We finished breakfast maybe about 10 minutes ago. I'm gonna hand the camera off to Rachel and check on where we're at. Target is 143 miles and we're at 144. So we're gonna go ahead and unplug, hit the stop button and give you the stats. 37.6322 kilowatt hours. Our end state of charge is 69%. We were here for 44 minutes. Plugged in for 44 minutes. We were, at the hotel for a few hours, but we were sleeping. Unplugged, total cost is $14.59. It's probably gonna cause Electrify America to do another reload of our account. We have a short leg today, shortest leg of the whole trip, 266 total miles, and we're gonna make 2 charge stops. We could do it in 1 charge stop if there was a charger at the right place, but there's not. There are multiple chargers, so we're just gonna make 2 short hops here. 93 miles to the next Electrify America in Mount Pleasant, Texas. After that, we'll stop at the next Electrify America after that in Royse City, and then we'll head home. Ready to get on the road?
Yep.
Hit it. We're in Mount Pleasant, Texas. First charge stop, not at a hotel today. And I think we need to get a little under 90 miles. I'll look that up later, but let's go ahead and get the charge started. We have a Lightning XLT in Oxford White sitting next to us charging here today.
Ooh.
Haven't charged, excuse me, haven't charged next to a Lightning before.
Yeah.
We're plugged in. We're on the 150, which appears to be working. Jefferson Park, charger 4. Both handles are working. Swipe to charge, initiating. And again, Texas changed. It used to be by the minute, now it's by the kilowatt hour. Sad trombone. Cooling fans have kicked on the charger. And these are the older units, but it's warm. We're definitely back in Texas, that's for sure.
Yep.
Still initiating. There's the car. There's the beep. So the Bolt is charging. Welcome, Luke. There we go. So we're rolling in at 25% state of charge. We had like 54 miles of range. We did not use our buffer, and we were doing 75 miles an hour. We're getting 52 kilowatts, which is about as much as we can handle. We have to go to a Walmart Supercenter in Royse City for our next and final charge of the trip, and that's 87 miles away. So 87 plus 50, 137 is target. So about 80 miles worth of charge. I'm thinking 30 minutes, maybe less, before we're able to go. So we're ready to unplug. We've got over our target range. I think we're probably around 138, 139 miles. I'm hitting stop on the charger. This Lightning next to us is a company truck for a company called Pierce Renewables. Well, here we go. Here's the tail of the tape. 25.7720 kilowatt hours. We got to 67%, and we're here for 31 minutes. And let's unplug. So yeah, the guys with a company called Pierce Renewables who does maintenance on these machines. So, and he's doing it with a Lightning as a company truck. $9.74 is our cost to charge here. Yeah, it's a company truck, his Lightning, and he services these units, and he services EV Go units. He's going from here to the EV Go in DeSoto next, and he was doing a charging test on this charger right here next to us. But now he's just getting a little bit of extra juice to get home. But we are going to be doing the same thing. And we've gotten our juice. We've got one more charging stop before we're able to head home. So let's see what you got. Are you ready to hit the road?
Ready? Okay.
Welcome to Royse City, Texas. We are at the Walmart Supercenter in this Electrify America, and this is our last charging stop of the entire trip.
Woohoo!
One of the comments that I want to make is, after we left Nashville, I was saying, wow, we've seen so many other EVs, 20, and we're not even halfway done with today. And since then, we've seen one other EV at a charger, and it was that Lightning at the last one.
It's just Knoxville, man.
Yeah, Nashville. Okay, I'm gonna go plug in. We're at the 150 that's not the Chatamo here at this EA. We are plugged in. Get my app open, and there's my session summary from the last one. Walmart 5987, Royse City, Texas. Wow, 56 cents a kilowatt hour at this one. This one's got to be is pricey. And again, pick the right handle. We're on charger 4, swipe to charge, and it's initiating. See how much that knocks off of that 56 cents. Oy, this is not going to be great. It's clicking on. We're initiating. I want to Oh, there's an alarm going off. I want to comment about that technician. I didn't want to talk too much about him while we were there, while he was standing there, but it was really nice meeting him. It was really cool because he was driving around doing maintenance on these things, not repair, maintenance, to make sure that they're working right. And it was so refreshing to see that they actually have people that are out maintaining. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be paying 42 cents a kilowatt hour here. Well, it is what it is. We're at a 23% state of charge. Hit the continue button on the screen, but I'm getting that 23% on my app. So we rolled in with 23% and 48 miles of range. This is our last charge stop before we're home. I don't know why I pulled up the triptych to get the address. I know our address. I was like going back to my trip plan to find out what's the address of the next stop. We live there. We need 89 miles, 89 more miles of our trip. So 139 is what we need, and we're at probably 49 now, so we need about 90 miles. This is supposed to be a scheduled lunch stop, and we've got a couple of places over here. There's a Whataburger, there's a Panda Express that are both within a short walk. And even though we don't have any other EVs here, the last year on this trip is where we met that couple with the ID4, right? But we didn't see them till after lunch. You ready to go eat?
Yes.
As we film this, I know it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get all these edited and up, but as we film this, it's September 26th. We're just a couple of days past the autumnal equinox. That means it is fall in Texas. Do you know what that means, Rachel?
It means it's still bloody hot.
It means nothing. It's 91 degrees. It means absolutely nothing.
Texas is trying to kill us.
We are in search of a cold front. Send one our way.
Please.
We are ready to stop our charge, and this is our last charge stop of the trip. So I'm gonna, as I do this, I'll enter in some numbers and give us some stats. Pushing stop, we got to 70% state of charge because we were eating, and we just got back to the car. I'm gonna enter in that 70%. Looks like 29.288 kilowatt hours. 29.288, check. And it's updating cost and all of that stuff. We were here for 39 minutes. Gonna unplug and get the final display. $13.18 is how much this cost. So here are some stats. If we take the total amount that we got a couple of free charges. We got 2 free charges yesterday at Electrify America stations because the stations were only giving 50 kilowatts. There was a charge yesterday and a charge on last week, on Thursday on the way to where we were going, where we stopped at an EV Go and we used our EV Go credit, so that wasn't money out of our pocket. So the amount that we paid total for charging on this trip, including a $9.60 charge in Sevierville so we could do some driving around, was $143.36. If we calculated in what those free charges would have been and how much that EV Go station would have been if we weren't using our credits, it would be $195.71. We've gone 1,940.9 miles. 1940.9 plus, it's estimated to be 86. So 2,026.9 miles, or 2,027, is what this is expected on for a trip. There's a gas station here at this Walmart that's charging $3.18.9 per gallon. If we took our Subaru, that's 11.26 cents per gallon. The total that we would have spent on gasoline in our Subaru for this trip was $228 and what would be 23 cents. So even if we had to pay for those charges that we got credits, that we used credits for, and not gotten the free charges, it still would have saved us. Money in fuel on the trip. It was about 63% of what roughly 63% of what the cost of gasoline would have been for this trip.
Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Let's go home.
we didn't really start this video at a Texas Best Smokehouse. We started at a QT, but a Texas Best Smokehouse was our first charging stop, and there is one in the background. So we made
appropriate. We're in Texas, so we're at a Texas Smokehouse.
So we're going to end the video here, even though we have about 34 miles to go. We're going to be at 2,034 miles and some tenths. I'll put that on the screen for the total, as well as total power usage and time spent charging. Time spent charging is going to be really close to 11 hours. And at this Texas Best Smokehouse, if you look behind us, there is a Tesla supercharger over there. Look at those guys. Don't they know that you can't road trip an electric vehicle?
It can't be done.
Oh wait, we just did that. But yes, we spent about 11 hours sitting at chargers over the course of this trip, not counting the plug-in at the hotel in Meridian, Mississippi. So yes, it is faster to road trip a gasoline-powered car.
Which we've said many times.
We're not arguing that. Yes, yeah. It is faster to road trip a different electric vehicle than a Chevy Bolt. We know that, but this suits our style of road tripping.
We like it. It's not a problem for us. And besides, road trips wasn't the main thing in our mind when we purchased this vehicle to begin with.
Right, we've covered that in other videos before,
yeah.
But you know, if this style of road tripping doesn't suit you, don't get a Bolt. But you could still probably get an EV, and if you don't like that, then hey, here comes another Tesla to charge. We encountered 23 other electric vehicles at chargers that we were charging at, and if we count these 4 Teslas, 27, but we're not charging here, so we shouldn't count them. But 23 compared to 8 total last year. There were 10 at that one charger in Nashville alone at the same time of day, on the same day of the week, and the same time of the year as last year.
It seems like your conclusion is that there are more EVs on the road this year than there were last year.
Yeah, I mean,
so that may be true. You'd have to look at the statistics, but our personal anecdotal experience does seem to support that idea, for sure.
Do you have any other comments to add on the trip? It's kind of hot, so we don't want to be out here that long.
It's very hot because Texas hates us, but I am very excited to get back to our little house on the prairie.
Right. So thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this series of videos, and we'll catch you the next time around.